The gym was buzzing with the rhythmic thuds of gloves hitting heavy bags, the squeak of shoes on the mat, and the faint smell of sweat and determination in the air. Parents sat on benches along the walls, chatting and cheering on their kids during the weekend martial arts class. In the center of the room, the black belt and intimidating figure, with years of training behind him, was joking around with the younger students. His deep voice carried over the noise as he laughed. "All right, who's brave enough to challenge me?" He expected the usual nervous laughter or kids glancing away shyly. But then, from the back of the room, a small voice spoke up. "Oh, do it," said a little girl, no more than 8 years old, stepping forward with wide eyes and tiny hands clenched into fists. Her name was Emily, and she didn't exactly look like a fighter. She was small for her age, with soft brown hair tied into a messy ponytail and oversized gloves that seemed almost comical on her arms. The black belt smirked, clearly amused. "Oh, really? You think you can take me?" he said, playing along. With the joke, the other kids giggled, and even some of the parents smiled knowingly. This was supposed to be lighthearted, a quick laugh before moving on with the training session. But Emily's eyes didn't carry any trace of humor. She wasn't smiling. Her father, sitting quietly in the corner, looked up sharply. He knew this wasn't a joke for her. For weeks, Emily had been coming to class with an unusual determination. She wasn't here just to pass time or make friends. She was here for something deeper, something personal. 2 months earlier, Emily's mother had passed away after a long illness. The little girl had watched her family fall apart, her father struggling to hold himself together. One day she overheard him telling a friend, "I don't know how to make her feel strong again." That same day, Emily told him she wanted to learn martial arts. She said, "If I can be strong on the outside, maybe I can feel strong on the inside too." The black belt, still thinking it was all in good fun, motioned for her to come to the center. "All right, Emily, let's see what you've got." No holding back. The crowd laughed softly, expecting a clumsy attempt and a quick surrender. But Emily's father sat forward, his hands tightening around his knees. He'd seen her practice at home, in the backyard, repeating moves over and over until her small body trembled with exhaustion. She didn't just want to be good, she wanted to be unstoppable. They bowed to each other. The moment the sparring began, Emily moved with surprising precision. Her footwork was light and quick, circling, watching every movement of her opponent. The black belt tested her with a light jab, expecting her to flinch, but instead she dodged and countered with a quick tap to his side. There was a collective "oh" from the audience. His smile faded slightly. "Not bad," he said, adjusting his stance. Then came the first real challenge. He increased the pace, his movements faster, his attacks sharper, but Emily adapted. Every time he tried to corner her, she found an escape. Every time he threw a fake punch, she saw through it. It wasn't brute strength or years of training, she was relying on pure focus, quick thinking, and the countless hours she had pushed herself when no one was watching. The gym slowly grew quieter. The joking atmosphere was gone. People were leaning forward, watching every move. Halfway through, her breathing grew heavier. Sweat dripped down her temple and her arms started to lower. She was tired. Gloves felt heavier than ever and her legs ached. The black belt saw the opening and pushed harder, testing her endurance. Emily's mind screamed to stop, but then she remembered her mother's last words. "You're stronger than you think." She planted her feet, took a deep breath, and pushed forward. Her punches came faster, her blocks more confident, and for a moment, it was the black belt who looked caught off guard. The final moment came when he tried a sweeping leg kick, a move that would have easily taken now most kids. Emily jumped back just in time and landed a clean, controlled strike to his chest pad. The impact wasn't enough to hurt him, but it was enough to make him stumble slightly. The gym erupted in applause. Even the black belt stepped back, removed his gloves, and bowed deeply to her. "I underestimated you," he admitted, loud enough for everyone to hear. "You've got the heart of a warrior." Emily's father's eyes filled with tears, not because his daughter had one in any traditional sense, but because he saw something change in her in that moment. She wasn't the same little girl who had walked into the gym months ago. She stood taller now, breathing hard but smiling really. Smiling, for the first time in a long while, the black belt turned to the crowd and said, "Let this be a lesson. Strength isn't about size or age or even years of training. It's about refusing to give up, no matter who's in front of you." The parents nodded, the kids looked inspired, and the entire gym seemed to share a rare moment of respect after class. As Emily and her father walked to the car, he knelt down beside her. "Your mom would be so proud," he whispered. Emily looked up at him and replied, "I'm proud too, Dad." And for the first time in months, he believed they were both going to be okay. The story of Emily spread around the gym, told again and again, not because she had beaten a black belt, but because she had faced something that seemed impossible and refused to back down. And in doing so, she reminded everyone there that the greatest victories often happen inside our hearts, long before anyone else can see them.